Welcome to the Fellowship of the Script, the podcast where we dive deep into the craft, struggles, and stories of filmmaking. I'm your host, Derek J. Bowder.
And I'm your other host, Ben Escobar.
Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the industry for years, this is the place for real talk about the art and business of film.
So I think today we're going to do a bit of a news roundup. We usually do these at the start of the month. Today is December 1st. There's a lot of interesting film stories hitting right now. And most excitedly, there is, after the wake of Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1, just dropping over Thanksgiving this last week, there's a new era for Netflix, basically playing in theaters now. We'll talk about how Derek just got his ticket for the finale on New Year's Eve, which is going to be a hell of a New Year's Eve. Also talking about Zootopia 2 making a massive record-breaking box office opening. Some video game adaptations that are getting a lot of momentum. Helldivers just got a director, and they also got a director for the God of War series as well for the first couple episodes. So a lot to talk about.
Yeah, but before we get into the news for this episode, if you're watching or listening on Spotify, please give us a follow so you get notified every time we drop a new episode. Giving us a follow also helps our podcast get recommended to new people, so we would greatly appreciate it.
Right. Let's talk Zootopia 2. Did you see it?
I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was as good as the first one. It was a fun time.
That's good. I did not see it.
Ben's
I remember
uncultured.
I don't have a kid to go with me. I'll probably catch it and stuff. I'm super behind on a lot of Disney movies and stuff, but it's really cool to see it's absolutely destroying the box office right now.
Yeah.
It was a $556 million global opening weekend. That's insane. It is the biggest animated opening of all time.
Yeah,
Like,
and a
wow.
huge chunk came from China, which was what everybody was talking about. The film made around half of its opening weekend haul, 272 million in the first 6 days in China alone, which is just everybody was shocked by that. So, pretty crazy. China hasn't really been doing a whole lot for American movies, but for some reason this one really hit over there.
People love talking animals, man. It's just one of those things. It's the most universally loved thing. But
Let's make an animated talking animal movie, Ben. We'll make a killing in China.
It's a good idea. $100 million in a single day in China. That is what?
Zootopia. It's the opposite. It's like a dystopia animal. Like it's the opposite of Zootopia. It's the Hunger Games for talking animals. No,
or
sorry,
like animal
continue.
control with all the bad animals.
Oh
and stuff.
Shit.
Anyway, so this was the biggest all-time single-day record for a Hollywood release in China that passes Avengers Endgame, actually.
Insane.
So, yeah. Who would have thought an animated film could pull numbers like that?
Yeah, I don't think anybody really expected the Zootopia brand to be that strong. Like I know everybody assumes like, yeah, that could probably make $1 billion, but this might make $1.5 billion, depending on what kind of legs it has.
Yeah.
If Disney's smart, they will play this throughout the rest of the year.
I can see that. I wonder do you think it'll be out for like on Disney Plus for Christmas or a little bit after that?
No, it might be up for like rental by then, but I mean, they don't have, there's no other big like there's no other big family movie coming out except Avatar, which I don't think Zootopia is the family movie. Avatar is a little more mature. We got Five Nights at Freddy's coming out. That's probably going to be like another big. I don't know. I'm actually curious to see if that one actually lives up to the first one in terms of, performance. Because I'm not really seeing as much craze this time, but you never know.
That'll be interesting. I'm also really curious how Avatar does. Because
I am hearing early buzz say that it is people's least favorite out of the three.
Oh, you're kidding.
That's what I'm hearing. Like, I mean, the embargo hasn't dropped yet, but that's the rumblings I'm hearing. Is if you're not a fan of Avatar, it's not going to change your mind. But if you are a fan of Avatar, you'll have a fun time. But It's my least favorite. That's like what everybody's saying, and it's the longest. It's 3 hours and 18 minutes. Better wear a diaper.
Christ, man, it just
They need an intermission. Why don't they? I think it's just because they want to be able to squeeze in more showings. You know, if they did an intermission, they'd probably lose a showing a day.
fair point. Yeah.
But I think I'd be more inclined to go see long movies, even if it was something I'm not as interested in, if there was an intermission. You know?
Speaking of long movies, there was an article. I can't tell if it was real or not, but the guy who made The Brutalist, Brady Corbet, he is the guy that is known for making long stuff since The Brutalist, since he had the intermission there. Apparently, this could have been totally fake, but maybe it's real. He wants to make a 4.5 hour film or some crazy, like longer than The Brutalist, and have 2 intermissions in it.
Oh,
Which
what is
is
he
like,
smoking?
I know.
Nobody wants to see a 4-hour movie.
And it's
Not
gonna be
unless
rated
it's
X or some
not
crazy shit.
it,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, what is it? Kill Bill, the whole bloody affairs playing. Isn't that like 4+ hours?
Yeah. That's
I'm
an easy
seeing.
intermission though.
Yeah, but I'm seeing people say, you know, like, oh, like that's pretty cool, but you know, I could just watch it at home because that's a long time, and you know, this and
Right.
that, and so I don't know. I think Christopher Nolan hit the sweet spot with a perfect 3-hour runtime. Like that was the limit, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
Hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see. Do you think Avatar is going to perform as well as the first two? I'm skeptical.
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be the worst performing of the 3. But do I think it will perform? My guess is by the skin of its teeth, we'll have just enough for an Avatar 4, and it's going to be on international appeal more than domestic. I just don't like.
Interesting.
Do you know anybody that's genuinely excited for Avatar and like loves it, like adores it?
No,
And
but that's how I felt the first after the when the second one came out. I'm like, dude, nobody seems to really like be into this as much as you know. Like the first one was kind of this spectacle. You have to go see it in theaters. You know, you can't miss
right,
it on the big screen. See it in 3D. And then the second one had that big gap, so I think that led to some anticipation. But this one is there's not as much of a gap, and you know, I mean, I think this I like the second one better than the first one. But if they're saying the third one's the worst, then I don't know.
no
I don't
man,
know.
there was just like a lot of expectations built up for that sequel, and it was just I was really hoping it was going to go back to Earth and see like what the hell is going on in present day Earth right now, and like all this other world building stuff like
It's
the
about the
first one
blue
did.
people, man. About the aliens
I mean,
touching
if the third one
ponytails.
is just 3.5 hours of that, like, yeah, I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know. I mean, I hear it's a lot of continuation from the second one. So there's some interesting storylines there. I hear the villain's good but underutilized, you know. Kind of like typical stuff. But I mean, James Cameron did say if this was considered a bomb when it comes out that he's going to retire, which
Mm.
I think that was him being like it's going to do well or else I'll retire, you know? Cuz I have a feeling that guy's not retiring, you know. There's no way.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anyways, one you know, everybody's saying this is one of Disney's best sequels in years, and the big lesson for filmmakers is pretty clear: build an emotional trust with your audience, and they'll show up almost 10 years later for the next chapter if you start out with a really solid film that appeals to a mass audience, both nationally and internationally. So, yeah.
Right. A professor in film school actually told us in class, audiences will do what they've always done, and that's like this evergreen philosophy that he says has kind of ruled why we get so many sequels and why we, the talking animal thing. It's just something that everybody gets behind. I'm pretty sure like Naza 2, I haven't seen it, but I imagine there's a lot of talking animals in there. There's obviously a mythology element to it and stuff, but there's something, just everybody goes to the movie theater to show their kids, look at the animals talking in animation, which is good. I mean, I'm glad it's keeping the theaters alive. And yeah, we need that nostalgia and emotional payoff. we need that global appeal, man. Like this is what's going to keep everything alive. Um, just hope it stays in theaters.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I think the one of the biggest things, if I could just snap a finger and something could change, it would be that theatrical window coming back, movies staying in theaters for 90 days before, you know, going anywhere else. Dude, I remember figuring out, like trying to do the calculations, like, okay, this movie's coming out in the summer. It's gotta be on it's gotta be on DVD by Christmas, right? This has gotta go. I gotta ask Santa for this movie,
Dude,
right?
yeah.
And like asking my
So
mom, can you
wild.
check online like to
Yeah,
see
dude.
like when this movie's coming out on DVD? She's like, if I check, will you leave me alone?
I know, dude. It was like 3 months, sometimes like 2 months if we were lucky, but
It
like,
wasn't consistent. Yeah, it was. I mean, if it stayed in theaters longer, it felt like they would push that even more. Like the DVD wouldn't come out anywhere from 3 to 6 months after it was in theaters. So yeah, I uh, I think this straight to digital thing just it's. I mean, we've talked about it already, but it's just conditioned people to think, oh, do I really have to go if it's going to be on? I could just pay $20 to watch it at home. It's cheaper than going to the movies. It's yeah. Anyways,
um, let's talk about that Warner Brothers sale.
yeah,
So this is like a never-ending story. The sale is still a potential thing, but it's the talk of the town. Everyone's kind of putting in their bids, and Warner Brothers is saying, I think we're worth a little bit more, and they're up in the ante a little bit. Um, but yeah, it's shifting week to week. You
yeah.
can't keep up with it. And I don't know if there's is there someone in first place right now, you'd say, or no?
Yeah, so well, first of all, I do remember seeing the headline that Warner Brothers said that like they have to figure something out before the year's over. So essentially, by New Year's, we should hear like who it's going to. The newest update is that there's still multiple bidders in play. But instead of buying the whole company outright, they're talking about several buyers now offering to purchase specific parts of Warner Brothers, which is like, how the hell does that work? I guess they have a gaming division and there's all kinds of different things there. Um, but the big twist is that Paramount is starting to look like the likely person, like, no matter what, they're
Mm.
probably going to secure it. They've definitely pushed the most attractive deal, apparently. And there's a lot of insiders saying that Netflix, I guess, is being talked about as like not a good idea because they wouldn't really know how to run a traditional studio, and it would just kind of like ruin. It would just make it would how they said, oh, if you do pick us, we will still play your movies in theaters, but that's a very vague way to say it, because I mean they put plenty of movies in theaters in like a tiny amount of places and do it for a week or two and they're like, "Oh, it had a theatrical release." So, um yeah, I don't know. I don't feel good about another studio buying them, and then there's this whole shady Saudi Arabia investment money thing that's kind of like hovering over the situation, and
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a really weird thing to see play out, but they also have this massive debt. So they need to figure it out fast, or else they're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wonder what's gonna happen with their like different assets and stuff. So you got like Warner Brothers Games, the people that fucking made
Right.
Batman and like
Yeah.
they published all the Batman stuff. They published I think
I
like
hear
Harry Potter and all that.
yeah, I heard that. I mean that Hogwarts Legacy game was a big hit.
Massive, yeah.
The Batman VR game was really popular.
Yeah.
So I mean it's not like they're not doing anything with that division still. Like they're still putting out popular stuff.
Yeah. They've got
I
a lot
mean,
of IPs too, because like Warner Brothers Games like acquired Midway, that arcade thing. Like you ever go to an arcade like the car games that you could like play, like
right.
those are all their classics. Like I think House of the Dead is under Midway as well. I'm not sure.
Have they ever made a movie out of that? House of the Dead? I feel like they
It's in the
have.
works, yeah.
It's in the works. I
They
thought they
have, and it was like some guy who's like known for doing bad video game adaptations. I forget his name. Um, U Ball or something like that. Like, who the fuck?
I the
Yeah.
the crappiest thing about this situation is in the meantime, there's people at Warner Brothers who have been pitching or they have projects that got like greenlit, but then they're like now being put on hold and things are slowed down. Budgets are being tightened up because they don't know how much money they're going to actually have when this is all said and done. And of course, mid budget films are usually the first ones to get hit, and that's already a part of the industry that has struggled a lot in the last decade. I think mid budget films tend to be some of my favorites. Gerard Butler is like notorious for coming out with these mid budget films that are decent, like for what they are. Like they have enough spectacle to them, action, like Greenland. I don't know if you heard about that one where it's like there's meteors coming. They're gonna hit the Earth, and so they're trying to get to Greenland because there's like a bunker there. They have a sequel coming out to that. That did well enough to get a sequel, and it actually looks like an interesting sequel.
Wow, I did not know that.
Um, yeah, so mid-budget films. I don't know. I would like to see them make a resurgence, but it's not a good time to be
Yeah.
working in that part of that budget range.
Yeah.
So basically, Warner Brothers' whole pipeline of films right now are kind of on ice, and everyone's cautious about whether their project's going to survive any kind of acquisition or not. So it's another reminder that filmmaking and business are always connected. So when the corporate side shakes, the creative side feels it as well. Quick ad break, unless you have anything else to say about that.
No, nothing to say. I'm just crossing our fingers.
I know, dude. I think it's going to go to Paramount, and I think that I either way that's bad. I don't think studio mergers seem to always be a nightmare. I mean, the whole Fox thing with Disney is still weird. Like every once in a while a movie will come out like Alien and you're like, "Oh yeah, Fox is still a thing." Forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But
I think Paramount is the least of all the evils, I guess, that are circling. But
well, apparently they have unlimited money. So, I guess that would be good, but they have to spend a lot to acquire this stuff, so I don't know what that would mean. Like temporarily, would they not be able to really greenlight a whole lot? Like, who knows, man? It's a really weird situation. To me, this is like the Disney Fox merger on steroids. You know,
mm,
but essentially, what I was reading is that if Netflix were to try and move forward or be the one who won, that it would get blocked by the government and stuff. They don't want Netflix to take it. Apparently, I don't know.
interesting.
A lot
Okay.
of weird rumblings. It's going to be really interesting over the next couple weeks as the holidays play out to see how that works out, or if they end up going, actually we need more time, everybody go enjoy Christmas, and then we'll come back in January and try to hash it out more. But at the top, it sounds like the clock is ticking. So quick ad break. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. We appreciate the support. You can also follow us on social media to see any behind the scenes stuff we're doing. Like I'm getting ready to post how I went and got tickets to Stranger Things earlier, which we're going to talk about. Um, I go by at Danny Dorito 23 and at Derek J Bowder. Ben goes by.
At Real Ben Escobar or at Genie Boy Games.
You can also join our Discord to chat about filmmaking, network, grab some special giveaways. I just dropped our first December giveaway. We're doing a bunch of giveaways this month for the holidays to get into the spirit. So somebody's getting a shaker cup and 10 sample packets of G Fuel. So come join if you want to get some free stuff. And then you can also join our Patreon if you want to go the extra mile and support us that way. We have memberships starting at $1. And there's exclusive hangouts like the one we're going to be doing this Saturday, producer opportunities. And we also have our film fellowship, which not next Saturday, the one after, like the 20th before Christmas, because my honeymoon is actually the following weekend, which I've been putting off for like 5 years. So gotta do the honeymoon. But anyways, join our Patreon, support us. We would appreciate it. And don't forget to use G Field code Danny D. These new formulas, oh my gosh, like it's sparked a whole new addiction, man. Like they're
Oh,
so
wow.
good. Yeah, it's this one is like blue raspberry dragon fruit. Oh, it's so good. It's really good.
They're doing a big Cyber Monday thing today. I was going to get a buy one, get one free on the collector's edition potentially.
You better hurry. It ends
Tempting.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
I wasn't gonna mention it because I think this is coming out on the 5th. So um, you missed the G Fuel BOGO sale for Black Friday. It's been going on for like a week. But dude, the new formula is a part of that. So
Which do you recommend I get if I'm going to do the collector's edition? Buy one, get one free.
we'll talk after the show. I'll
Okay.
help you out. Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
But now that the BOGO is over, you can use code Danny D for 20% off. Save you some money on there. And they're always doing deals. I think right now because they're trying to phase out their old formula. They keep doing these like buy more, save more things. I got like 6 tubs for like $97, which is just an insane amount of caffeine, man. Like 240 servings of an energy drink for $97. If you think
Jesus.
about it, and it's definitely better than drinking some of these weird other energy drinks that you buy at the store, and they're like 2 little cans for $6, or I don't know, Ben, you're in LA, it's probably like $8 for 2 cans.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
not cost effective, but G Fuel
Definitely.
is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new formula, I highly recommend it. I've really been enjoying the Dream Demon Fruit Punch, which I'm not even a fruit punch guy, but it's really good. Anyways, thank you guys. Support us all those different ways. Ben, probably the most exciting topic for you to talk about. You want to talk about these video game movie announcements?
Absolutely. So today, in the middle of the day, PlayStation Productions had 2 announcements. One for the Helldivers movie, which has attached Justin Lin to be the director. That guy is the
Solid
director known
choice.
for a lot of the Fast and Furious movies. Yeah, he's a very solid
The
choice.
better ones, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Fast 5, Tokyo Drift, like all the great ones. So it's really exciting to see. I will say a bit of a red flag in the trades article. The guy said they said he is not a gamer, but he used that to his advantage for the pitch. I know that's like kind of
Who did? Justin Lin or?
yeah. Which I don't know if I entirely agree with. I think as great as he is and the movie probably will be, I'm very curious because I know I'm not going to name who, but I have a friend who is a working screenwriter right now that is very successful that lives and fucking breathes Helldivers. That's
I know who you're
all he
talking
does.
about.
I know. And that guy's take on Helldivers, like that guy has been every waking second he's been living of the last 3 years has been the perfect Helldivers movie. And like there's others like him out there. And I think with movies like this, with IP like this, you have to get the nerds together. And
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you also got to fucking sell and you got to get the buddies together. So Gary Doberman is also writing it. He also wrote Until Dawn for PlayStation. So he's, yeah.
You remember when we saw that? How bad it was, man? Oh,
that was a tough one.
that was one of the worst movies. Was that this year?
Whoa, yeah, April, right?
I don't even know, man. Like that like my brain tried to delete that, man. It was so bad.
Oh my god, that was when
It's
I
one
went
of the
to
worst
Flick's Brew
movies I've
House.
seen this year.
That was the only like silver lining is that it was Flick's Brew House for the first time, and we just fucking got everything we wanted there.
Yeah, the food saved it for sure.
But yeah, so Gary Doberman's writing it. He's like a go-to guy. It's very clearly like they needed to call in the friends of the execs. I'm not even sure if Gary's. I'm sure Gary's playing fucking Helldivers. There's no way he's not. But anyway, I mean, not. Yeah.
It didn't feel like you played Until Dawn, so I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I will say though, having known, I know like the producers and team on there because I'm working on a project with the PlayStation team.
Right.
They're coming at it with a tremendous amount of love. The producer behind it has a platinum trophy in the game. He's like he lives
Is it
and
like
breathes
that
it.
Elon situation though, where he like paid somebody to do it for him? No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
no, no.
No, that's
He
good to hear. That's good to
that
hear.
guy's locked and loaded. He's got a PS5 in his office. Like they're gaming during the day while they're working. It's in good hands. Additionally, God of War, which has been in development for quite some time as a series at Amazon, also got a director announcement today for the first two episodes.
That's right.
This
That one's a
guy,
show. Yeah.
yeah, this guy Fred Toy, he was on Westworld, and
Nice.
my friend Aaron actually knows him and had him on a podcast
Oh, that's right.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's had a lot of really cool people on.
yeah,
Yeah, that's interesting. I definitely know more about Helldivers than I do God of War. But from the little bit of God of War I did play, they are great games and very story driven. So that's exciting. I think that does sound like a I almost wish that Helldivers is gonna be like a show, but I feel like movie form it's also a good move. That one obviously reminds me of Starship Troopers, which I love that movie
yeah,
and the
dude.
satirical nature of it. So
Yeah,
yeah, which one are you more excited about?
hard to say. I have high hopes for Helldivers because I think it's less likely to mess up. I think God of War is precious cargo.
I,
It
it-
is, yeah. I
God of
mean,
War obviously TVMA, right? Has to be TVMA.
100%. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's gonna
Helldivers, I could see them trying to be like, oh, the aliens have green blood and they're robots, so PG-13.
a rated R Helldivers would be incredible. I really hope they do it. Um,
I have a feeling they're gonna try and make it PG-13.
you're probably right.
God damn it.
You're probably right. But I mean, it's whatever.
I mean, I understand. I mean, as a filmmaker, I'm also like, okay, if I make something rated R, you got to realize that like you're essentially like limiting. It's like cutting your potential audience into like a third, right?
Yeah,
For a rated R film,
it is. Although,
except for an IP like this, it feels like they should take the risk because the people who play
um,
this are also playing other rated M games. You know,
it is a rated M game, yeah, and it's bloody, it's gory, it's fucking, it's got a lot that
badass,
you need. So I hope it's rated R, but it probably won't be. You're right.
dude. I could
Um,
see people showing up to the theater dressed up as freaking
yeah,
Helldivers. You
it'll be an
know,
event movie, and that's what's great about this.
unless
But
it looks awful. But
we'll
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 see.
see. They wouldn't mess that up. They've done they announced it really early, and I
Yeah.
think they know this is one of their biggest, like, most precious IPs, and it's coming from a lot of love. So I don't think they'll mess it up. I've
To
got
be
high hopes
fair
for it.
though, Minecraft is a great example of a trailer that everybody like roasted and then it became a phenomenon. So
Oh yeah. Oh, I wonder if there'll be like a chicken jockey thing in this, but I don't know what it would be.
how about a cup of liberty? And
Yeah,
everybody's like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my god, wait, yeah. Oh, that's so, oh god. Okay. I can't wait to go see it now that you mentioned that. I just haven't played Helldivers in forever, so it's gonna be fun.
yeah, no,
Um,
I've been itching to possibly hop back into that and see how the game's changed because I know they've added a lot.
yeah. Interesting thing about God of War, this is actually the second go around they've had of developing this as a TV series. They had a showrunner a while back. I forget the guy's name, but they ended up dropping out. I believe they actually got through like a full, like, all the scripts just got undone. So they
Oof.
went back to square one on
I mean,
development there.
what else do you do in that situation, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they've also been trying to do Gears of War. Um, I mean, Halo was they were gonna do a movie for that, and then it became a TV show, and didn't that get canceled after like 2 seasons?
Um, yeah, although it picked up a lot on Netflix, so you never know, it could come back and do like a Witcher kind of style reboot.
Ooh, yeah, people have been really talking about how The Witcher, like switching out lead actors, was they probably should have just ended there, instead of doing
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah. What was the other one? Oh, BioShock. That's been in development hell too. Netflix is
Yeah.
supposed to do that one, and they they like announced it like 3 separate times that something was happening with that, and still nothing.
Yeah, no
Because
one
I
knows.
the first BioShock is so good,
Mhm.
such a
They're
great
both though.
game.
You can't mess that one up.
But
But
anyways,
yeah,
it's really cool to see that video game adaptations are being taken more seriously. They're being treated as precious IP now, not just hey, it's something with a built-in audience. You could just shit out, something like Until Dawn and people eat it up. Like they're- you have to do it right now. Um, so yeah, pretty crazy considering where video game movies were at like 10 years ago.
I know, man. I'm excited to see who they cast as Kratos. I see a lot of memes saying it's going to be Bella Ramsey. Like, obviously not, but no, that they if they nail that, then we'll be in good hands. I hope.
Who would be a good person to cast? Anybody come to mind or any rumors?
I think I couldn't tell you. I think a wild one is probably Dave Batista. I don't think it'll be him though.
Yeah, I can
I
see that.
I don't know where to start. It's going to be such a weird one. I just know that for a fact, and you're just going to have to hang on tight and trust it. I don't
Rock.
think you can get it right. Oh God, he would commit though.
Vin Diesel.
Oh
I got family.
man. Oh yeah, and considering that game is about family, but anyway, let's move
uh
on.
yeah, yeah. No, very interesting stuff. I was gonna mention one other thing, and then another big casting that like we've been waiting in anticipation for is the new James Bond. I'm surprised they haven't
Oh
made a
right.
decision yet. So
Yeah.
yeah, lots of big announcements coming for casting stuff. But our last news story, one that I'm very excited to talk about because I am a huge Stranger Things fan. The end of Stranger Things is here, and Stranger Things season 5, volume 1 dropped on Thanksgiving. My family and I binged the first 3 episodes, went to bed, woke up, watched the last one because the last one was like an hour and a half. Huge freaking awesome twist cliffhanger happened that had everybody freaking out on social media. It was really cool to like feel that kind of like energy on social media. I was skeptical that after such a long gap that people are just gonna like turn on the show, but it seems like the people who are really fans of it are really happy. I mean, I think I like season 4 more so far, but the bigger set pieces make like really getting into the deeper lore that they're setting up right now. The emotional stakes are definitely higher. It feels like characters could die, and there's been plenty of moments where it's like, oh my gosh, like somebody's gonna die, and like you're like just waiting to start like the waterworks to come. But um, it's this is considered like the end of an era for Netflix. Once Stranger Things is over, that is their flagship show. So like what fills that gap? There's an animated Stranger Things series coming. The Duffer Brothers have been talking about an anthology spin-off series that's already like greenlit that they're like keeping under wraps. I think that's a really cool idea to like explore like these like one-off stories that happen over like one 8 episode season. I think that's a really cool way to stay in that universe without trying to just replicate the same thing.
Hmm.
um but yeah, no, ever since those first 4 episodes dropped, I mean, you go on TikTok right now and every other video is like talking about Stranger Things. um Everybody's speculating, breaking down clues. People are going back to the first season and seeing how like stuff was kind of dropped and foreshadowed that
Hmm.
twist that happened, which was really crazy. Um, People are predicting who's gonna die, and we're gonna learn about what the upside down is apparently. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Stranger Things, there's the upside down, which is like an alternate dimension where all these monsters come from and stuff, and they've done a really good job over these 5 seasons keeping it a mystery and like not giving away too much, and it feels like we're getting the dessert, like where it's like like we ate our vegetables, we ate the steak and everything, and now we're gonna like have the chocolate cake or whatever that they bring out with the candle in it. Like, here we go, you know. Um, but I find it very interesting that they decided to not do a weekly release. I honestly think that is a mistake. I think they should have done weekly releases with this. Because everybody's like, I mean, maybe not because everybody's like, all the memes are, you know, you finish binging it and then you're like crying yourself to sleep because you have to wait till Christmas for the next 3 episodes. So they're releasing volume 2 on Christmas Day, and then the series finale, which is over 2 hours, is going to be on New Year's Eve. And
My God.
for the first time ever, Netflix is releasing a series finale in theaters. Regal and Cinemark are doing limited screenings. There's only like 350 theaters in the country doing it, and it's only, or sorry, 350 theaters total, but it's US and Canada. So everybody in the UK is like, what about us? You
Oh,
know? Um, but they're doing screenings on December 31st and January 1st. So they're saying that, you know, you got 36 hours to go see it on the big screen if you want to see it that way. But by the time this episode goes live, I'm sure those showings are going to be sold out because it's so limited. I was actually, when we were kind of like I was typing up our kind of like script here for our episode. I was debating on waiting for the morning because they didn't say when the tickets were going to drop, just that they were going to be very limited. Nobody knows when, so I'm like, do I gamble with like trying to like, you know, wake up at 8 a.m. and see if they're up, or, you know, see if they go live at midnight, all that stuff. Nobody seems to know when. And then I saw some social media comments that people said they went to their local Cinemark and they were able to buy them physically in person already. So my wife and I hopped in the car and we went and secured our tickets so I can like sleep well tonight because I don't have to stress about trying to like, you know, get it in the app crashing and all that bullshit that happens when there's a mad dash. Um, but I will say that just looking at the showings when I was in the Regal app, I would like refresh and it would like let you pick seats. But then when you went to check out and hit the pay button, it would give you an error like, hey, you can't, like, something went wrong, you can't buy these yet. And when I was doing that, like refreshing, I would see like seats. People were trying to buy them, and it was like all the seats in the auditorium. So I'm telling you, as soon as those go live, to be fair, we were doing the first showing because they were, the first showing starts at the same time it goes live on Netflix. So for me, it was like we either get tickets to that one or it's not even worth it because, you know, I don't want to wait till the next day and have people spoiling that shit, you know?
yeah.
But I know that, like, even though the next day, you know, they have like more showings because they only have 2 showings, at least at the theater that I have. That 2 theaters here in Albuquerque were showing it, and it's, you know, a decent sized city, so that's definitely going to sell out the first showing. Um, but the second day, I'm sure there's going to be like diehard fans who loved it so much, so like, we can go see it on the big screen. Let's go, you know, and go watch it again like that. But I'm very excited to see it on the big screen. I think that's going to be such a cool way to end it, you know?
Yeah, dude. I'm excited for you, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
gonna be really fun.
going to be a really fun New Year's because of that, I think.
And you're taking Theo as well? You gotta
We
take
are,
him for him?
Theo is totally like, he's seen all of it. He like is totally
Aw,
into it. He doesn't get scared by it, nothing like that. So he's,
good.
yeah, he's stoked. Like, I mean, I'll put it this way: we watch stuff with him, and he'll like talk during the movie, but when we watch Stranger Things, he is locked in, dude. So,
Wow.
yeah, dude,
That's
it's a
awesome.
really good show, man. The writing is really good. I can't wait to see what the Duffer Brothers do in terms of movies because they went. What did they sign with?
I think it was
Paramount.
Paramount, right?
Yeah, I think Paramount scooped them up, and they said that it was because Netflix wouldn't give them theatrical releases for their movies. Like, they wouldn't guarantee them. So, I mean, I saw the one movie that I think they've done, and it was like a zombie movie with a really genius twist.
Wait, which
I think it was called Hidden, and it's like this family in a bunker during like a zombie apocalypse.
uh-huh.
And the twist in that movie literally had me going, no way! I can't believe like nobody's who. Why hasn't anybody ever thought of that? Like, this genius, dude. And it's got like Alexander Skarsgård in it, I think.
Oh,
So really, like at first I was like, ah, this is fine, and then the twist happened, and I was like, holy shit, I'm locked in. This is crazy. Um, so I'm excited to see what they do. I took their master class. They have a master class on like writing TV episodes that taught me how to write a pilot,
uh-huh.
and I wrote my first pilot with their advice, and yeah, it was really highly recommend that to anybody who's looking at writing a TV pilot. Um,
Sweet.
but I mean, there's a lot at stake here. If this show is so big that if they don't stick the landing with the finale, like people are gonna riot, dude. Like this is not. They need to like Breaking Bad this shit and just have like a perfect finale, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, if they pull it off, it could go down as like a generation defining series. We've been watching this for 9 years. So, but either way, no other show has done what they've done with Stranger Things. I have not seen any other show do these crazy hour and a half, 2 hour episodes with this kind of budget. You know, I think it is so far without having seen the finale. It's still like one of the best shows ever made in my eyes. Like what they have pulled off with the show in terms of tone, like there's a lot of ways that they execute their storytelling in terms of like voiceovers, like doing a voiceover while something's being revealed, or um the way that they really lean into their score, and it's got that 80s synth vibe to it. Like that is stuff that like I really like, and I'm sure like many times when I've been planning my films, like I'm inspired by this show. So it's a pretty big thing, you
That's
know?
so cool, man.
Yeah. Not to talk everybody's ear off, but it's this is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really do think that this is gonna be like the last show where they drop it in volumes like this. I think they're gonna switch to weekly releases next year. That's my theory.
You think it's the end of an era for them to like ever do something like this again? Like, I guess what is their other show that is a movie theater worthy thing?
Nothing.
Hmm.
They are going to be itching for their next big show after this, 100%.
Yeah. Did the Breaking Bad El Camino was not in theaters, was it? That was only
They
like
did a limited release, I think, where you could go
okay.
see it like one weekend or something. But
Okay.
I mean, this show literally like, I mean, it's part of the reason that like the binge culture started. I watched the first season when the first day I got to um aviation technical school, and it was like school doesn't start until Monday, and I got there on a Friday, and I binged that whole first season the day it came out. And I remember calling my parents and going, "You guys got to watch Stranger Things because I have a feeling this thing is going to explode." And
Oh
it's the
wow.
biggest fucking show of all time almost, it might be, I don't know. It's looking like it. I mean,
That's
all
fucking
4
amazing.
seasons are in the top 10 on Netflix, so or I guess all 5 now, but um yeah, and I mean, I'm sure it's a big thing for Theo too, because we watched all of it with him leading up to this, so it's part of his childhood too. So
Amazing. You're a
the
cool
end of an
dad for
era.
that.
I
I
try,
remember watching The Thing with him. That was such
dude.
a
I can't.
blast.
He was like, "All right, this is too scary." They're like, "Get your ass over here! You watched like half the movie. You can't give up now."
Yeah.
Dude, and of all things, you know what he's scared of? Goddamn Freddy Fazbear, man. That's what
No
Freddy
way.
Fazbear. He like came into our room one night and he's like, "I had a dream Freddy Fazbear got me," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's the
Oh.
corniest shit ever. How can you be scared of that?"
What did Bobby say
What's
to
it gonna do?
that?
Force feed you pizza?
Oh my
She's like, "I
god.
told you it was a bad idea to show him that movie," and I'm like, "He's seen the thing."
It's a fucking bear.
An animatronic bear.
God, poor guy.
Anyways, that's it for our news stories this week. Let us know in the comments. Are you seeing Stranger Things on the big screen? I was talking to, or I saw some people in the Discord talking about it. Oh, by the way, so the tickets were $20 each, but they came with $20 concessions vouchers, which I think is
Cool.
awesome. You
Cool as
know,
fuck, dude.
I like it actually feels like this was like worth getting. So I really do think Netflix should do this more often, man. I think, I really do hope that this is like a phenomenon where it like sells out and everybody's like, "Oh, I saw it on the big screen and you didn't." Ha ha,
Yeah.
and then everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Shut up," like I'm gonna post this video about how I went and got the tickets. Because I think if I post it tomorrow after they're sold out, like I don't think it'll have the same effect as like, "Oh, I went and got them early." Like I'm sure people will literally see my video and then like in the morning they're gonna wake up and go like to the theater as soon as it opens and buy that shit. But I don't know. It also depends on when the tickets drop. They still haven't said, but um, yeah.
Yeah, I hope you don't think they'll like retroactively like reset or anything, right? Or
No, 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 no way.
okay.
Hell no. I'm never going to Cinemark again if they do that shit.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Flix Brew House for life.
It doesn't make sense for them to
Um,
do that.
no, it doesn't make sense at all. Anyways, Ben, what's one cool thing that happened to you since last episode?
I am on the final scene of my screenplay for my game. I'm almost done with it. I got a huge chunk of it done. Wrote the entire climax, and now I just need to write out the final scene. I actually changed the ending of the game as I was writing it, and I
Which one is
realized,
this?
Sweetheart, the one about
Okay,
the
okay.
um, yeah, celebrity girlfriend, and it's a twist. I added in a twist ending that kind of just came naturally as I was writing it. I was like, I think this is maybe the way to go. I have yet to decide though if that's truly what it's going to be, so I have held off on writing the final scene. I'm just going to sit with it for a little bit and come back to it and then decide. But yeah, very excited to finally have done that. It was a huge weight off my shoulders to like just fucking rip it out of me, man. It was hard.
Nice.
But yeah. What about
Um,
you?
I did a couple rounds of. I sent the second draft of Around Midnight to the producers who are helping me make this film. Uh, they read it. They had questions, um, things that they want clarified in terms of tone and stuff like that. So I gave that feedback. Uh, Made some tweaks according to their notes for clarity. Kind of streamlined the ending a little bit more. And then I was like, all right, here it is, third draft, the shooting script, starting a rough draft of the shot list. And then today we had a 3 hour pre-production kickoff meeting, answered a bunch of gear questions, next steps. We're looking at shooting in March. It's not official, but it looks like it's going to be March, um, which we should know by next week if that's set in stone or not, so that, for my Indiegogo, I can say definitively. Um, but yeah, no, I'm feeling really good about it. I
Awesome,
feel
man.
good about the team that we're building. It's a small crew of like 12 crew members, including me, 5 main cast members, including me. It's gonna be a really tight knit 20-day shoot. It sounds like, which is I'm so excited. Like the closer we get to it, the less nervous I'm getting, and the more I'm like, I just gotta go do it. There's nothing to lose. You know,
Yeah,
gotta go do it. It's first feature. Like nobody's expecting Shawshank Redemption on my first try. So
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's gonna be very good.
yeah, Ben. I think we talked about it last episode. Ben read the script and gave me some good feedback. So yeah, but I mean, it's really interesting to see what different people take away from it. Everybody seems to get some emotion from it, which is really good to hear. A couple people told me they cried reading it, which I'm like, holy shit. That's I take that as a compliment. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a heavy film, but also really fun. I think it reads to me like a fun film. So excited. Um, anything you're looking forward to this week?
Um, I'm looking forward to our meeting tomorrow about our writing job.
Yeah, I'm really
That was
curious to
fun.
see what they have to say about
Yeah.
our kind of like, script that we whipped up um under some really interesting circumstances. So I hope they have more good to say than bad. I mean, like
Yeah.
I feel like they will, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to talk about that more after this because we got the meeting tomorrow, so we got to kind of, I don't know, I guess talk about what to expect. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as well. So
Nice. Nice.
I think next episode we're gonna do a crash course on pre-production. So kind of do like a flyby overview of the different stuff that goes into pre-production, which will be good for me because I'm in the middle of that. So
Yeah.
um yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces that come to it. And again, like I've always said, I think if you do the heavy lifting in pre-production, the rest of it goes a lot smoother. So
Mhm.
look forward to that. Um, thank you to our Patreon supporters. It is December 1st, so thank you for re-upping for another month. We appreciate that. Shout out to our producers, Tyler Moen, co-producer, and a co-producer for a long time. Really good guy. God damn it. Andrew, don't hate me. I forget. Is it Gieberd? Andrew Gieberd? God damn it. I think I might have gotten it right. Maybe I got it
So
wrong. I'm
it
sorry,
changes
man.
every episode.
You can just call me Derek Botter, and I'm like, oh, but thank you, Andrew, for also being an associate producer, and Daniel Woolsey as well. Good old Tommy Slays. Thank you guys for being producers and supporting our podcast. We literally could not continue to do this show without you. Um, and I talk to those producers pretty often. We DM each other a lot. So if you want to join our team, please do, and you get IMDb credit. So build
Fuck
your
yeah.
producer resume. But yeah, very very excited for a lot of things that are coming up. Excited for both of us. Ben and I both have some interesting things cooking right now. So
Me too, man. I hope we can end the year really strong. I know you're gonna start the year like on fire with that fucking Indiegogo, which is awesome. You've got
yeah, get
Stranger
ready.
Things finale, and then I'm dropping an Indiegogo.
Holy shit, that's like right after. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, January 2nd. I've got like a day
January
to
2nd. Yeah,
recover
yeah,
from
yeah. Yeah.
Stranger Things, and then yeah, but that should all be ready to go. It's just gonna be me like, not shutting up about it for 30 days. So maybe I'll tell them like if we hit our goal, if we hit 50K, I will shut up. But as always, I'm Derek J. Bowder,
Ben Escobar.
and this is the Fellowship of the Script. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again soon for the next episode. Thanks for listening to us ramble about nerdy filmmaking and video game stuff. And until the next one, keep creating, keep pushing, and keep telling stories that matter.